Welcome to Tinie Corner. We talk about things and stuff over a cup of coffee. My name is Cindy.
And my name is Anon.
And today we're talking about food. Thing for a moment. I was like,
what are we talking about again?
Is this a Tinie Talk?
It is a Tinie Talk.
It's a Tinie Talk. So today is our second Tinie Talk and we're talking about food.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't really know where to go from there.
So what are we covering this? So I assume that we are doing like how picky we are about food, and like there are always this kind of weird trends going on around the world or in each countries, right? But like I guess the fever of certain things that you sometimes should not be eating it or should not be like put in that kind of way. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna cover that. You wanna start off with yours?
Yeah. Start off with what part of it?
9 episodes in, I'm so awkward as hell.
We were talking about this because we did our 3x3. I was gonna say 9x9. Dang.
The boy band.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're talking about our 3x3. Last time because we did 2 different episodes. If you guys were watching it, and during my episode, because it's like about my taste and stuff like that, so I know I can just like go off about stuff. But then during yours, I was like, I should probably be quiet. I should probably like let you talk.
I don't know, it's a bad idea.
I was sitting there like the whole time, like,
Yeah, I was editing, and then there's like, oh, so she was waiting for me to continue something that I already finished. But the way I finish my sentence is very, very bad. It's as if like I'm still have things to say.
Yeah.
Or I just stop midway.
Yeah, exactly. And then I will ask you stuff too. And you'll just answer like, yeah. And I'm like,
anything else to add?
Next topic. It's okay.
I'm not very great at small talks and striking up a conversation, so...
Yeah. Anyway, food. I don't know where to start.
Okay, let's start off with that. She's a
I'm
semi-vegetarian.
I'm like mostly vegetarian. Yeah. I would say the only exception is like fish sauce.
Because that's like...
It's
a holy grail.
It's very hard to get any food here without fish sauce unless you want to pay a lot more, like 3 times the price.
Yeah.
Not because of the ingredients, it's because like street food and like local food is just so much cheaper than like a specialized restaurant that does like vegetarian food. Absolutely. Right? So it's just like for my bank account's sake, I'm just like, okay, fish sauce is fine. And I'm trying to go pescatarian.
Please
just
elaborate.
For the sake of going to Japan. So pescatarian means a diet where you don't eat any animal meats except seafood.
Right, so no like on land animals meat.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like where the line is.
Right.
Like, because there's like, mammals and stuff in the ocean as well.
True.
But from what I understand, it's like fish and like squid and shellfish and stuff like that.
So all things seafood seems to be okay?
That's pescatarian.
Right.
But for vegetarian, you can still drink like milk and eat like cheese and stuff like that. But anything that you have to kill the animal for is... keep bumping into the mic. It's still 9 episodes later.
Yep. Eventually, I'll just put a counter in, like a compilation of like...
a boop counter. But yeah, so you can't eat anything that requires the animal to be killed.
Right.
Yeah. Because you can technically get
twice in a row. Combo.
You can technically get milk and like cheese and stuff without killing the cow.
Got it.
And like the eggs and stuff like that.
So honey would consider... Is honey okay for vegan?
Honey is not okay for vegan. If you want to be like completely vegan, so you're not supposed to eat honey either. But some people do. It's like, it depends on how strict you are with your diet as well. Because some people say it's a lifestyle. Some people just say that it's a dietary choice. So it depends on the person, I guess.
Understandable.
Yeah. And it also depends on the reason why you have that diet too. So some people are doing it for health reasons. So like maybe they're allergic or something like that. So obviously they can't do that. They can't eat either way. So people like me, I do it because I feel bad for the animals. And I just...
That's fair.
Yeah. Like if I could, I would go vegan as well. But it's very, very hard.
Yeah. Like in here, as she said earlier, like fish sauce is probably like the ingredient that we put on 90% of our food.
Yeah. And then like it's very similar with milk and cheese here. But yeah, so because I know that my biggest issue is the mass production of these products that I don't feel comfortable with. And of course, like milk and egg and stuff like that is included in that. But I just, my health and my bank account can't afford to go vegan right now. So we'll see. But yeah, so to make things easier for me and for my conscience, I am vegetarian, but I am not super strict. I can't eat meat either way right now because I get sick. Because my body's just used to not eating it.
The amount of times that you have to ask me to check if it's like real meat or not, or is it Omni, it's like, I find it funny. It's like, oh my God, could you taste
please, because I know that you can tell if it's like real meat or not. But because I don't eat real meat, I can't really tell anymore. Because I mostly get my protein from like eggs or like nuts. And I have like a lot of tofu and stuff like that.
Or the thing that you get to be like,
oh, the protein.
The one that my mom's always make for you.
So there's like this thing that we have here in Thailand called protein.
Just protein.
It's just called protein, which is really ominous.
Yeah.
And it's just like this fake meat thing. And we don't really know what it is.
It's just dark brown. It's a glob of dark brown with the size of like about like 1 inch.
It looks like alien meat.
Yeah.
Or like something that you would grow on a space station.
Oh, I know what it looks like. It's a chewing gum.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like chewing gum, but like brown, like meat colored.
Yeah.
And it's just called protein. And they would put it during the vegetarian festival here. They would put it in everything. And I'm like, please stop. It tastes terrible.
Yeah. I don't mind eating them
so
for like
bad.
a bit, but then like after a while, it's like
the texture is so like
it's chewy. Yeah. I don't even know what to compare it with.
Squid? I don't even know. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's like bad egg. Like cooked bad, like overcooked egg.
It's very rubbery.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah. The beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. Like, so that's kind of like makes you have to be less picky than you want it to be as well. Because like, you know, those limitations that we have in the country.
I do have a few restaurants that I order from as well. The one I had from today, the one that this is from, this is like completely vegan. But yeah, very expensive.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh well.
Going back to where you said when you have a natural what's it called?
Like reaction.
Yeah, reactions. Was it reflexes? I'm not sure. It's meat. Yeah, I have that with the fat part of animal, like, you know, steak or like bacon, like the fat bit of it. If that goes into my mouth, I'll be like, oh, gag reflex right away.
Same. Specifically, this is like when I was eating meat. Specifically for the chicken parts, that is like rubbery and really hard.
Skin?
No, like
the tendons.
In
the thighs.
Yeah, the tendons. So like as soon as I bite down on that, it makes like a little crack sound, but it's not like a bone. But it's like it's really hard, but you can chew it.
It's like that tiny bit, like a centimeter long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do I describe? It's kind of like plastic-ish texture, like where you can crush it with your teeth, but it's very hard. As soon as I bite into that, the whole stomach content just goes like,
oh
I'm like,
no.
And I'll just be like,
swallow back your puke.
slowly putting down my fork, and I'm like, I don't feel like eating anymore. It's so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why this specific texture, because I don't think I had anything like trauma about it. It's just like something that I should and I can't continue eating after that.
I can't.
Yeah. I kind of had that with sashimi as well.
It's the texture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's after a while. But so for, I think I mentioned this before, but like salmon sashimi, when I was eating that, it's like the first few pieces, like the first 3 pieces maybe, depending on how thick they are kind of fine. Like it tastes good. Like I really enjoy the flavor. But then like the texture slowly starts to make me feel sick.
I have that as well. Like, once you have too much of one thing, you get sick of it. I don't, fortunately, for salmon or like for any sashimi. I can just eat like tons of it.
But I have a lot of friends who are like that as well.
Too oily, because like there are, the fancy cut or like the more expensive cut, like the belly part of the salmon or otoro, which is also the belly part of the tuna, the red one. It's so fatty. Like it's basically equivalent to A5, but fish. I can't have more than like 3 as well. It's like,
it
melts in your mouth, but it will coat your entire mouth with like fat.
Yeah.
Does it taste good? Absolutely, yes. But can you have more than just 3? Unlikely.
It's so weird. Like I wonder where this whole taste, dislike and like thing comes from.
Childhood trauma, maybe.
Maybe, but it's like, so for example, whipped cream. When I was a kid, I hated whipped cream for some reason, but now I love it. But I don't know why I hated it. So, you know how I can't eat bell peppers?
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't eat bell peppers. As soon as I smell it, I'm just like, this is disgusting.
I've heard that like certain stuff could be rooted back to your DNA. Like cilantro.
Oh yeah, cilantro.
Bean sprout. So it's like...
yeah. Some people don't like bean sprout as well.
Like, so in one of the fancy Chinese dish, I don't know what's called in Chinese or English, but in Thai people call it khao yok, which is a...
Is it the steamed rice thingy with the different stuff inside? No.
Not quite.
Okay.
So khao yok is a like a pork belly, thinly sliced, and they pile together, and it's marinated and then steamed in like a soy sauce kind of thing. With like underneath there's like fermented vegetables that you eat with mantou. So mantou is just like imagine like the steam bun, like the pork buns, but just carbs. So you eat with that. And just basically it looks like bacon. So it's like, the meaty bit, the fat, the meat bit, and then like a hunk of fat.
Okay.
I always take that part out, the hunk fat bit, and then I would get teased by all my family members like, why are you taking it out? That's like the best part of this dish. It's like, yeah, but I can't eat it. It's gonna be bad anyway. But if it's crispy, it's fine. It's like absolutely fine. Like chicken skin, if it's crispy, it's fine.
Yeah, same.
Bacon, make it extra crisp. Fine.
Bacon, again, I'm going to say this every time I mention like meat products, but back in the day when I was eating meat, I could eat any bacon, it's fine. Like, except British bacon. Why is that a thing? It's like this big, thick.
What?
It's like a cube. Like, if you can find a picture.
Is it like leg ham almost?
They call it bacon. I remember I went on a language journey there, right? And I couldn't eat any.
That sounds really fancy, by the way. I went on a language
journey when I was 14 years old. But yeah, so.
What did you find? You find a giant hunk of bacon.
Just bacon. It was a big culture shock for me because I'm growing up in Sweden. We have very different food. I wouldn't say super clean, but it's definitely cleaner than British food or like German food. So I basically couldn't eat anything that my host family gave to me, which is really bad. Like I didn't say anything to them, right? Because I would just like use my money and just buy something like outside.
Hot pockets and French fries.
It was so weird. Like the breakfast is of course baked beans, which is fine. Bacon.
Beans and toast.
Bacon, which is like a slab of meat. And
you're not supposed to like slice it or anything? It's just like how did they prepare it?
I can't remember because I just remember being like baffled by this slab of meat. And usually I wasn't really hungry in the morning anyway, because in Sweden we eat like yogurt or knäckebröd. Knäckebröd. Or like just something really light. We don't really eat heavy breakfast. But apparently, I don't know if it's true like all across UK, but from what I could gather from my language journey is that you eat a pretty heavy breakfast and then...
That's what I call breakfast.
Yeah, I guess. And then in the lunchbox, they gave me a chocolate bar and a bag of chips. A chocolate bar and a tiny bag of chips. And I was like, is this child abuse? Should I report this? Why are they giving me a chocolate bar? But yeah, apparently that's a thing.
By the way, like, one thing I found out about bacon as well is that, so in Thailand, we didn't have, so the bacon that we Thai people know about is like a strip, like the smoked bacon strip. So it's like American.
Like American style.
Yeah. And then when I went to Australia, I decided to go for the cheaper options. And then it shapes very funny. It shapes like, there's like a...
Sorry, I'm showing you British bacon. So they pulled out this.
It looks like Parma ham. It looks like...
kind of like that.
It.
But they would like pull out this and then you have to like cut from it, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm like, why is it like this? Because I was also used to the...
I think like they're using different cuts.
Anyway, sorry.
The one that I had in Australia was like the cheap ones. It's like, it actually kind of looks like that, but like part of it. So it's just like a chunk of like meat bit with a thin like fat layers. And then go to the strip with skin parts still on, or like the rinds, I think that's what they call it. I would like buy a whole pack of it and then chuck it in the freezer. And I would just like, whenever I need it, I don't separate them. I just like, like the whole chunk and dice it. It's like, here you go.
Nice.
Yeah, it couldn't be bothered, like, wait for it to defrost and like, have it.
Just cut.
I live by myself.
Yeah.
Who do I need to impress apart from myself?
Yeah.
Living abroad can be fun when it comes to like food culture.
Oh yeah, it is. But I know I was gonna give a hot take.
Go for it.
Out of all the countries I've been to, which is fortunately quite a few, UK has the worst food culture that I've ever witnessed in my whole life. I'm sorry, British folks, but why?
Mates?
But from what I've heard, like British people that I met, they agree that British food is pretty bad.
What are British foods?
Baked beans.
I mean, that was pretty good.
Yeah, but like all the time. And like that ham, for example, bacon, for example. And then like, it's like just that. It's so plain. It's just bacon.
What about meat pie?
Toast. And okay, I will say, meat pies are pretty good.
I fucking love meat pie.
Australians do it better, but since UK like originated it.
That warms my heart.
I had meat pies in both UK and Australia. Australia does better, to be honest. It's just easier to eat. The UK one is too flaky and like just...
As in like they use different
too big.
Pastry?
I guess so. It's more like Danish-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, since the UK folks originated it, good job.
Going back to the Australian meat pie.
Oh yeah.
I think it's pie face, but we have this one pie where I freaking love it to death. So it's great for like after night out.
Probably pie face.
Yeah, just go there, right?
Yeah.
So you get a pie and then they put this like mashed peas. So it's green, but just like and then they put mashed potato on top of that. It's like so it's like
hell yeah.
It's like towering.
Yeah.
And then they use like the ladle to press down the mashed potato to make like a well, and then they put gravy in it.
Hell yeah.
It's like the best
thing. Sounds so good.
It's amazing. It's like the best thing when you eat, especially after a night out.
Is that like the go-to night out snack? Or is it kebab?
Depends. Like for around my area, there's not that many pie face branches. But in the city, like if I walk past, I'll be like, yes, that one.
Because in Sweden, it's kebab. Like a night out.
I mean, kebab is still like very, very, very popular as well because most of the time they opens up like 24/7, right? And you just go there. Can I have like a slice of that pizza? It's like that big, like American size. And there used to be one right opposite my apartment that closes like 4 a.m. And then it opens at like 10. It's amazing. I would just go there and be like, can I have a combo meal, please?
Can I have a Travis Scott
burger?
So one thing I will say though is that you get hungry at like, I don't think it's that weird, but you like without fail every single night at like midnight, your stomach is just like, I'm empty.
Yeah.
Please give me food. And I'm like, we just had dinner. We just ate.
So if I get too hungry, I can't sleep. And if I eat, I have to wait for like at least half an hour to 1 hour to fall asleep. Otherwise, I get like gastro reflux.
Yeah.
Which means I get less sleep anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go to bed with happy tummy.
So like, technically you shouldn't sleep after eating anyway because it's bad for your digestion.
Yeah.
But I can. Like, my body allows me to do it. So I
don't know how.
Sometimes I will like be really full. And when you're really full, you get sleepy, right? So I just like lay down and like...
The last time I did that, I got like gastro reflux for like half a year.
Jesus.
Yeah, because I had pizza. And then I was like, oh, I'm so full. It's like... And then half a year after that, I just kept...
It's so bad.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, never do that again. On to the weird...
Did you just bump into it?
Perhaps.
Weird food topic?
Yes,
is that what you're trying to say?
Topic. Yes, weird topic food. Yes. What's the strangest thing you find? Like in Thailand and outside of Thailand?
What's it called? The Filipino one? Balut?
Balut?
Balut? That's very strange to me. Not because it's like a bird or anything like that, but the fact that you leave like the bones and stuff, like because it's still developing like the body parts, right? And you eat the whole thing. Like,
I don't think I'll put an image up for this, so I'll try to describe it as best as I can.
Oh yeah.
Balut.
I forgot that people don't know what it is.
Yes, balut is a local delicacy. Imagine soft shell crab, but bird.
Yes.
Chicken. Yeah, it's a
fetus.
Yeah, it's a stillborn fetus that you cooked with the shell.
Yeah, it's not born yet.
Yeah, so you crack it and you're like...
It's an egg with a fetus in it. That's what it is. And you cook it and eat it, basically. Like, I kind of... As a general idea, I don't think it's disgusting because like there's stranger foods out there.
Yeah,
but like
absolutely.
Personally, like I just wouldn't be able to imagine myself eating that, you
like
know?
Visually and like texture wise, I think it would be like very funky in your mouth.
Yeah, like considering I can't even eat sashimi for that long, like I don't think I would be able to eat it. So that's one of the things. Other strange things.
I just have like a list in my head right now.
Oh, I know. There's like a cheese, I forgot where in Europe. The one with the worms in it?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maggot cheese.
Yeah, maggot cheese. Like, why, first of all? You can die from it, apparently.
So maggot cheese, it's just exactly what it is. It sounds like
rotten
there's a maggot
cheese.
in the cheese. So it's not just rotten. There's like worms. There's maggots within the cheese. And
extra protein.
I think they do eat the maggots as well.
Yeah, they do.
God, why? In saying that, we Thai people do eat deep fried insects.
Yeah, but it's like they're not alive though.
Not true.
Another thing that for me, this is very common. But the it's not live, but the moving squid.
Ah, yes.
In Korea, so you eat this with like, so after you usually eat it with like beer and stuff like that. So you drink and like eat it, right? It's not a live octopus or squid. I said octopus or squid?
Octopus.
Octopus, okay, thank you. So they cut off the
tentacles.
The tentacles. And even though it's not alive, it's still kind of moving around.
So would you like the whip?
So it's still moving around. So you have to chew it. Like you have to put it in your mouth and then chew it enough for it to not move. Otherwise, it can suction to your throat.
You need to double unalive it.
Yes, double unalive it.
Then people like died or like almost died from it.
Yeah, because it's like chokes them. Yeah, because the suction cups are still there.
Thou shalt not breathe.
Yeah. I don't think it's one of the most disgusting things either, but for me, like the texture again, I wouldn't be able to eat it. Like at all. I'm sure it tastes fine, but it's like...
I'm sure.
Yeah. What else?
I've been willing to try fuku or pufferfish in Japan. So apparently it's
one of the most poisonous...
another like delicacy over there where you need to be like a certified chef.
Or specifically for this kind of food?
Yeah, because like you would know how to take out the venom. Is it venom or poison?
Poison, I would say.
The things that will kill you, sack. So you need to know how to remove it. And so it would be safe. Because if you poked it, then it would spread throughout the entire fish and it will kill you. Apparently it tastes like nothing, but it just flex.
Yeah, it's like shark fin, I guess.
Shark fin tastes nothing. Absolutely nothing. I like the soup.
Don't eat shark fin. Stop.
I mean, you can eat the fake ones. Apparently, it just tastes the same because it tastes not like nothing. They use like gelatins to recreate that texture, which you would not be able to tell because they've tried that.
Yeah, but it's not about the taste. It's about the status.
Yeah,
we're just like useless and stop killing sharks.
Yeah, fucking hell. There was this like weird phase as well. So Thai people really like easily fall into this kind of stuff, like the victims of marketing, right?
Yeah, very easily.
I think it was, 4 years ago or 3 years ago?
Which one are you talking about?
Tapioca.
Yeah.
So we have this like
4 years?
tapioca fever period where tapioca or boba milk tea, the black balls under like in the cup. So that's called tapioca. And they put it everywhere.
Like
in savory
everywhere.
Food.
Yeah.
On pizza.
Yeah.
Tom yum goong. It like
everywhere. Everywhere. It was everywhere. So like we had it before that too, but it was just like kind of niche and it was the same type of bubble tea that you have like in Western countries, which is bad. Come to Asia, enjoy real bubble tea. So good. But yeah, we had those kind of like, it's like you can drink it, but it's not that good. Like it's not enjoyable to drink. And then suddenly somebody, a genius, decided to take in the Taiwanese bubble tea, I guess. So like Taiwanese brands started coming in and like serving the proper bubble tea. And everybody went wild over it. Understandably so, because it's delicious. I think there was a couple years ago, I think it was, I had tried basically every single brand of bubble tea we had at that point in Bangkok. Yeah.
Dedication.
Because I was like, this is delicious. So now I'm like, I haven't had bubble tea in like a year because I'm like, I'm sick of it. Yeah. But we have a lot of brands now. And then because of that whole craze, people were like, people like bubbles in their food. So we're going to put it everything. And it worked. It worked because like everybody was like posting about it and showing everybody like what kind of food they had tapioca bubbles in. Yeah,
like it's so stupid because at its core, it's just a carb. It's a ball of starchy carbs that has like
nice
slimy texture, like water around it. It tastes like absolutely nothing unless you put in something in the mix.
Yeah.
So if you know like the brown sugar boba tea, like tapioca.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, basically it's just that, but add sugar in it.
Yeah, it's like melted brown sugar.
Yeah. By itself, it tastes like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You can just get like rice and just like squish it up in your hand. It would be the same.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. And who the hell thought it would be a good idea to put on pizza with cheese and everything? It has some tapioca.
Ew.
Yeah. And then I think like 2 years ago, we had Durian Pizza that went on Billboard and everything.
I feel like if it was launched right now, it would still be popular. People are crazy about durian.
Like, we want to try it. I'm so scared of it though.
I don't even like durian, so I wouldn't want to try it to begin
Because like
with.
the thing is, there's a massive so durian has always been popular in Thailand, right? Because it's a very seasonal food, and some of them can cost like 10,000 baht per kilo. So it's ridiculous. And recently, like the price got even higher when the Chinese market flooded in. So they like
China also really like durian.
Yeah, they bought out like the entire like farm, like the big ones. So which means we have less supply, and the price goes up even higher. And yeah, I think pizza company decided to put on the pizza.
I guess it would taste kind of like pineapple or banana pizza that we're talking about.
True.
I think it would be the same kind
Like
of concept,
way more
like
pungent.
squishy and sweet.
Maybe because I know that like Malaysian people, they have a durian smoothie.
Yeah.
So where they would use durian and avocado and
That
just blend it.
That makes sense.
It's very heavy, but like it's still like, you can see that as like a sweet drinks. But like savory durian.
Yeah. So the thing, durian has a really bad rep globally, and understandably so, because it does smell really bad. I guess it's my nose, but I actually, even though I don't like durian, it doesn't smell that terrible to me. Like it smells bad, but it's not like, because some people smell it like a wet gym sock, but I don't smell that. Jackfruit smells worse to me, which is unfortunate because it's in everything. And also
eating both of those.
It's so sad because like a lot of vegetarian food, especially like the replacement foods, use jackfruit as a replacement, and I just like I can't stand the smell of it.
A lot of the times they use unripened jackfruit, so it hasn't developed the smells yet.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice.
Yeah, but still, like so jackfruit
some of the coffee has
worse.
jackfruit smells as well.
Yeah, sad.
We just decided, we were like looking at like what beans to buy, and then like everything's good until the last one's like jackfruit.
I was like,
nope.
But yeah, durian, it's only sometimes when it smells really, really bad. Like I feel like stuff that is flavored durian smells worse than the actual durian.
Oh yeah, but I do love pineapple on pizza.
Dang, all it comes like, boo! How dare you!
Our channel will blow up now. Get cancelled.
Oh my god, I don't mind it, but I don't like it. Same thing, like
it's like a nice, like a flavor cut,
We were talking about this because you brought up, since I'm Swedish, in Sweden we apparently have banana on pizza. I just remembered like after you mentioned it because I don't really think about it. But it's like curry and banana on pizza.
That's hella funky.
It's same feeling as Hawaiian. Like same kind of like feel, except that it's more smooth and not acidic. But it's like the same sweetness.
Like, do you put cheese on it as well, or?
I can't remember, but I would.
Because I
I
cannot.
would guess so.
Because one thing right now, it's just like naan curry with like banana on it. Because we said like, banana pizza but like curry sauce. That's like exactly what I have. Naan, curry, and banana. Just like slice. Deconstructed. That's what it is, right?
The whole culture of pizza in Sweden is like completely different than what we have here. I will say though, Swedish pizza is really good. It's really good, but I would understand if people don't like the banana one because I'm like so about it too. I don't like sweet savory food. It's much better than the market pizzas.
I'm sure of it.
So bad.
Market pizza?
It's like the one you can buy in the market. Like they have like a little stand and they make pizza, but it's like they're like this small, only 4 pieces. They're made for kids, and usually they would put like mayo and like.
Is it in Thailand or
Asia in general? We have it in Thailand too.
Those. No,
and
God,
like imitation crab on it, and like pineapple.
So the dough that we get, it's like bread dough.
Yeah,
it's not like pizza.
It's bread,
like thick as fuck, and then it just like instead of having a marinara sauce or like not marinara, what the hell? What's the tomato sauce? What's the proper term of it? Is it marinara?
It is, right? So I'm thinking like arrabbiata.
I think it's like marinara sauce, margarita sauce or whatever. The tomato sauce, the actual tomato sauce.
Yeah.
They use like ketchup.
Yeah. Ketchup and then mayo and cheese and imitation crab and pineapple. It's terrible. It's so bad. You have anything else controversial to say?
I'm thinking. What do you think that it's controversial that I do eat?
It's very easy to like go out and eat with you. But you can never make a decision.
Yeah, because
I'm the one who chooses what to eat in this household.
Well, partially because I can eat a lot of things, and it will be easier for her to like choose because I can, like, there are certain places that like, you know, only have the vegetarian option. So it's like, oh sure, this place seems okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll just pick whatever from that place.
But even then, it's like, you're better now. But in the beginning, it's like, you know, the stereotypical, like those memes where the girlfriend don't know what to eat. I don't know, you choose.
But like switch roles.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, what do you not feel like eating? Huh? I don't know. But now it's like, I'll narrow it down and be like, do you want to eat this or this? Oh yeah, this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Create choice for me.
Yes.
I don't like open end. But yeah, like I can't believe what I was gonna say. Right. I'm not that picky, but there are like certain standard that I have on food. Like, for example, the chicken rice is very common, right? But then there'll be like certain elements that I would refuse to eat from this place entirely. Whether like the chicken, the rice, or like the sauce. Like if there's things like one thing off, like nope, I don't want to eat it. I do not want to touch it. I can go on like about 10 minutes about like, you know, the whole food in like F&B business where like it relies on the trends rather than like the quality. And
oh yeah. So yeah, I wanted to mention this earlier too. I started, but then I trailed off. Okay. So about the bubble tea, right? What's the trend at this time? We have like trends every single year. So before this, like right before it stopped like a couple months ago only. It was croissant.
Yeah.
Or croissant. Croissant was really popular. It's starting to like die down now, but it was like super popular and there was so many different places to open up. And I was still very confused about it because I like croissants, but they're not easy to eat. They're not like enjoyable to eat. And people will just, it's because it crumbles and gets everywhere, you know? So it's not like something you just get on the go and eat in your office.
Yeah.
But people would do that. So I was very surprised when this whole trend came along because it's just bread. I love bread, but it's not that popular here compared to other stuff. So I'm like, why? I think it's just because it's difficult to make. And it's like, we don't have that many places that make it perfect.
Yeah. I don't know, like, so I don't know how that trend started, but we have Eric Kaiser. Eric Kaiser. I don't know. That place has been around for like years. It almost like went out of business because like no one was around. And then it just like rise back up to the top because of
stonks.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, what the shit is going on? Like, we tried to make croissant. It was my idea, but I needed help because she's like the dough master.
The dough master.
Yeah, I'm terrible at like Western food. And so like we attempt to make one. And then I got asked by like a few people. I was like, oh, why you decided to make, you just bum?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I was like, why do you decide to make croissant? I was like, well, because I love eating it and I think it would be fun to make it. I was like, oh. I was like, why? And they're like, you know, because everyone started doing it right now. It's a thing now that everyone has to make it. I was like,
we didn't really realize that that time too. I was like,
is that a thing? And so we didn't research it and like, we found out that like,
people are like lining up. It's not only Eric Kaiser too. It's like all these like different croissant places just get like lines up like since the morning.
Yeah, and then like 50%
like
of our like social media feed is just like filled with people holding up croissant.
Yeah, but yeah, before the this trend, it was donuts, I believe.
Yeah.
So donuts became really popular. I think that is because of Drop by Dough.
Yes.
I think they started it. I love them as well. Oh no, it might be
Krispy Kreme.
It might be Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
But Krispy Kreme like died out like a long time ago.
True, but they were really, really trendy. So maybe it went like this and
It
then
went
back up.
downhill, and then there was like a massive trend of they tried to have like really, really like promotion, buy 2 get 3 or whatever, and then like
More like buy 12 get 24.
yeah, and then it became a thing again, and then people was like chance, so they started donut stuff and just
I do like Holy.
Oh yeah, that place good.
Holy's pretty good. This is the one I brought with me last time too, with the raspberry filling and the apple pie. Oh, the apple pie was so good.
I love apple pie. I fucking love apple pie.
I love apple pie too. It's one of my favorites.
Apple?
Yes.
Oh my god.
When is apple pie gonna be trendy? Hello, Thailand. I'm calling. Please make apple pie trendy.
I'm sorry to make apple pie and just sell it because we can make good apple pies.
Yes. Apple pie is so good.
Oh,
Please make
amazing.
Rapple. Please make Rapple trendy.
I feel like we're gonna fucked up the apple pie as well. But how much sugar like they're gonna put in?
But Rapple already exists, so that's fine.
Yeah, true.
Please don't put raisin in your apple pie. Stop that.
I would personally knock on your door and I'm gonna stab you. I would go and like stab you with a dal knife, with a butter knife.
Raisin hater. But yeah, it's weird, those trends.
No, I want apple pie. God damn it.
We have toffee pie. Toffee almond.
I actually love eating those as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know, like, I got traumatized from making that. Like, the amount of sugar that you need to make it.
For the toffee and stuff?
Concerning. Like, to make like a proper like tray, you need like at least 8 cups of sugar. Like,
yeah.
No.
Speaking of sugar, another thing that I would like to become trendy is marzipan.
What's that again?
It's the
Is that a sugar stick?
The almond paste. It's almond paste.
Because I know you told me about this before, but I cannot.
You know the cake that is called the princess cake with the green coating?
Yeah.
That coating is made from marzipan.
Huh.
It's kind of like, so it's a paste from almonds and it's sweet. So anyway, make it trendy, please. It's so good. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, I should start selling marzipan, but I feel like it would be expensive. Maybe.
You can create a trend. Use your power of modeling.
Ew.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know any place that makes good marzipan here. Like the only place I can get it here is IKEA, and it's only the cake. And I'm like, I don't want the cake. I just want the marzipan. I had to peel off the marzipan layer and eat it. Anyway, give us your hot food takes.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah. So we can roast you and tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah.
Unless you agree with us, because then you're right.
Yeah. So some other people can roast us together.
Yeah.
We are the superior race.
So bad. Don't say that. So bad. That's not allowed. Anything you want to add?
I think that's all I could think of right now. There's nothing in particular. I mean, we could go into like drinks and alcoholic stuff, but that could be put in another episode. It's been going on for quite a while now. I think. How long have you been going for?
Almost an hour.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's not so Tinie Talk anymore.
Yeah. So that's why we're going to end it there. Thank you, folks, for tuning in this week as well. And we will see you next week.
Yes.
So, peace out.